La 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 loo. Oh baby. Nice cool water. Oh, I need cool water. Cool water, what am I doing? La 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 loo, lady dee, loo. Holy mackerel, man, I was out there beating on my Johnson for 2 hours. Beating on it, tugging it, pushing it, pulling it, popping it, smacking it. The hardest thing to get off in the world. But I finally got my Johnson. Finally got it off. Anyway, just about kicked my ass. I couldn't even walk when I was done. Excuse me. La 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 la. Oh baby, cold water sure feel good. Woo-wee. Where's my damn towel? You can see all the oxidation that came off the hood, and the only way to really get this bleach, I mean this moldy shit off, is to keep bleaching it and bleaching it and bleaching it, and it will come back. I kind of cut it up a little bit with the pressure washer, but not bad. And but like I say, they don't look at it, it's still coming off. Still coming off. All I put on there was a little bleach and detergent. And normally what I do is when I'm working on the motor, I set the hood off to the side and just have a paintbrush and a little bucket of bleach and just keep painting it around. And they usually come out looking good. The other side looks pretty good. It'll lighten up. And that looks like gas in there, that yellow crap. There was mold in there, but it came out pretty easy with the bleach. Anyway, bleach this baby down with bleach and detergent. Same thing, all oxidized. Trying to beat off this what do you call it, oxidation, aluminum oxidation, whatever the hell you call it. Almost looks like salt water, but I bought this motor over in Sanford. Anyway, the biggest problem is up in here. I mean, there's just so much frickin' grease. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I'm just going to keep blowing it out. And if the circumstances were different, by God, I'd pour some frickin' gas and everything I could in there. But I'll get most of it out and cleaned up enough. Anyway, just wanted to get an initial clean up before I started tearing this thing down. And this is the biggest problem here. This is all freaking oxidized. So maybe I will jump on eBay, see if there's a hood, a lower cover. I don't know, these fucking things, man, they just don't paint them like they used to. I mean, this thing doesn't even have any freaking primer on. In the old days, the paint would wear off and you could see the primer underneath. Anyway, so I think, you know, I'm gonna hit it one more time with the pressure washer and trying to knock a little, as much as I can off, even the paint, just knock it off as much as I can, and see what happens. But when I was shooting in here, blowing all this out, I mean, grease just splatting up all over everything. I had to go around with a paper towel and pick up what I could, because I know I'm going to step in it and drag it all inside. Anyway, alright, so it's pretty cleaned up, pretty good. Alright, so here we go. We're going to tear this baby apart today. Are you ready? Also, I'm gonna bag and tag everything just to be safe. Usually I just throw everything in a box because I have a pornographic memory. Wow, looky there. Looky there. Wow. Nice. Dual starter pawls. Sweet. I'm gonna have to do my Indian rope trick. Alright, so this is how I do beep. Shit. The stupid way. But it's always worked. But I take a nice piece of cord, tips a little melted up, shove it in the piston, and you want to catch it on the way up. And then stuff that baby in there without leaving it too far down, because it'll go like that. I think it was going right in the exhaust port, because it will cut that rope right off. I know they make a tool and blah blah blah, but for some reason I just never picked one up. So I just do the old Indian rope trick. I usually use a smaller size piece of rope, but that's all I had on hand, and it's just a bit of a pain in the ass stuffing it in the cylinder, but it doesn't take a whole lot. I think that's a good spot. I'm going to get a torch and give it a little heat. Okay, so through the magic of editing, I made this look pretty easy. That was probably the 5th time I attempted to bust this nut, and finally got it. Boom, baby. Hey, a little bit of heat. Make everything sweet. No, I don't want to touch that yet. Boom. The Indian rope trick. Just gotta eyeball these babies. Twist Rooney. I gotta put some more bleach on the hood gasket. Alright, so here's what's going on. The external microphone on the camcorder there was just going crazy. I think the battery may have been dying on it. It's a cheap mic, and I could tell right off the bat from the first edit on this video it was going to be trouble. So hang in there. Just can't get it good. Alright, so I've got the flywheel puller on, and I could not get a grip on this thing no matter which way, direction, angle I put it. And I mean, what you're seeing here is nothing compared to what actually happened. Sometimes it's bang bang boom, in and out. Other times it's like this. I mean, this thing kicked my ass, and truthfully, when I got done a couple hours later, man, I was seriously having problems walking. My lower back and everything was just unbelievable. Toughest one I ever had to crack. No way. I was trying my damnedest to, eyeball the bolts, keep them as even as possible. And like I said, I mean, I just tugged and pushed and pulled, and just unbelievable. I really hate to beat on that thing. I mean, I was just tapping it, but with a damn heavy hammer, regular hammer, I should say. But I mean, after, a little bit, you start to get a little frustrated. I threw some heat on it 2, maybe 3 times, and I think after a while, it finally started to expand a little bit. Wow. Tearing up my hammer. I'm not doing anything. Can't get any leverage. Still, that ain't good. What I just did. God dang. The screws are bending. Just bought those not too long ago, and they're supposed to be the frickin' toughest screws you can get. Frickin' fracker, smaggle, fraggle. That thing's hot. Mamma mia, mamma mia. What the fuck? Beep. Jesus. Maybe when Mike gets home, he's a big guy. He might be able to. So I was at the point, I was just about to give up. I was waiting for my neighbor to get home. He's a big guy, and I'm figuring, man, if he can't get this thing off, nobody can. Like I said, what you're seeing is nothing to what actually happened. Threw a little bit more heat on it and finally just got so frustrated and beat the hell out of it a little bit more. Now I made that motor stand. It was one board, one plank, cut it up and purposely made it a little bit high so I wasn't stooping over and screwing up my back with it. And I know that was part of the problem, was the height on that thing. I just couldn't get any torque on it. Finally beat it one more time with the rubber mallet and bing, bang, boom, baby. She came off. And it screwed up the threads on the damn puller. I used one of those frickin' dead center tools in there, but this is what's going to happen to the threads on that aluminum. Anyway, see all this shit in here? Beep. This black shit. Beep. It's oozing out. Oh, it is the coil. Thank you, Jesus. Hey there. Oops, see there? It's oozing out. So that's it right there. Look at there. See it all right there on the, you get a better shot from this side, but see it all oozing out. Hey, hey, hey. Ooh-wee. There's one. Come on, baby. Yeah. Got some spacer over here. Baggy. Yeah. See, this one's solid. Thank goodness. This one is a mess. Oh. Man, look at it. It's just, oh, that's grease. Damn, that's a lot of grease. See all that shit in Beep. There? Nasty. Nasty. Some clean grease on there. See, here's the thing about this thing. All that old black grease. That old black grease has got me in its spell. That old black grease that I knew so well. I'm getting loopy. I think I need a beer. Ain't had a beer in a while. Anyway, loop-de-loop. My suspicions were correct. Wasn't too much suspect after seeing that black shit dripping out the side. But I'm tempted. Pull this freaking carburetor off, clean it out, check all my grounds, connections, make sure everything is sweet. I've already got this part saved on eBay. Oh shit, beep! Almost forgot about that front mount. Order this part up even before I pull this power head off. I'm gonna make sure this thing runs before I pull the damn mount out and replace it, but I'm pretty confident it's gonna run. So, but just one thing at a time, because it's not going to take nothing. I'll get the part in a few days, slap it in, the carb will be cleaned, ready to go, and fire this bitch up, beep, and then go from there. This motor will take the muffs, where the older style motors I usually deal with won't take the muffs. So I can hook the muffs right up to it and fire it up. Anyway, if you take a quick look here at the hood, I've been throwing the bleach on it. Like I said, you got to keep it wet. Hold on, let me get this camera down there. Hey there, keep it wet. It's getting lighter and lighter and lighter, and leave it in the sun. Just keep putting it on, and goddamn bleach is noisy. Signing off. La 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 la. Who what? Hey, I just got done tugging on my Johnson. I mean, I beat on it, punched it. Hey. What's going on? La, 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 la. Hey! Been tugging on my Johnson for 2 hours. I'm not kidding you. I tug on that damn thing for 2 hours, beat on it, smacked it, twisted it, punched it, pulled it. 2 hours, kicked my ass. I couldn't even walk when I was done. But I feel better now. You know the channel.